Done.
Sin x plus 2. When there is a number in plus, it means it is 2 unit up. When there is a number minus 1, it is 1 unit down.
Okay.
Now, I'm putting the example number 1, sin x plus 1. Remember this concept that when there is a number in plus or minus, it means that when there is a number in plus or minus, it means that you are willing to move the sketch up or down. This is how we translate this concept. So plus 1 means you want to move the sketch up. I also had told you that maximum and minimum values. For maximum, put 1 for sin x. For minimum, put minus 1. So in this way, you will get the maximum minimum values. And plus 1 means you have to move the sketch one unit up. There was a technical concept to remember. That when you have no number with x, like here, it means it is 1, and this 1 means 1 cycle in 360. So now you have to copy this screen.
Sir, when we used to multiply need to sin x,
Sorry,
how does that differentiate from this one?
sorry, what did you say?
When we, in the last class, we multiplied 2 sin x. Here we're adding 2 sin x, or 1 plus sin x, right?
No, we
So
did
what
sin
difference
2x,
is that?
and we
Sorry?
also done 2 sin x. So you have to see the notes of the class. Na? The number
Yeah.
comes when the number comes before the trig function, it means amplitude increases. And when the number comes with x, it means the number of cycle changes.
And when the number adds to the whole trigonometric function, then
Sorry, no, you haven't revised any notes yet.
I did revise, but we didn't study this before.
This is our work today, but there are 3 cases. Na? A number before the trig function means you have to change the amplitude. The number with x means you change the number of cycle. And the number after the function plus 1 minus 1 means vertical translation. These are the 3 cases. 1 case we did today and 2 cases we did before.
Yes. Vertical, like I'm trying to understand, how do we change the vertical translation?
This is what I have to tell you. You have to just a minute. Wait for a minute. Now, remember that whenever you deal a sketch, you first have to find the maximum value. You have to find the minimum value. Now, how you draw this sketch? Again, you need a ruler and a pencil. And remember to draw neat sketches with me. You didn't share any sketches yet in after the last class also. You had to share the sketches. And you had a worksheet, double check. Remember the marking scheme I had shared with you?
Yeah.
So did you complete that worksheet?
I did complete that, not complete that worksheet, I still start on that worksheet. But the thing is, I have done the sketches, I've taken the pictures, and just to share.
No. Do not share the pictures, please. You share in a PDF form, because pictures are very difficult to order. In order, you have to check. Take the pictures, make a PDF, use any app like Scanner or Lens, and you have.
Okay.
But first, check the answers. I have shared with you the marking scheme also. Now, whenever you deal a sketch, whenever you are making a sketch, remember you have to find the maximum value and the minimum value. Presently, do you have a ruler and pencil with you?
Yes.
Okay. So please remember to share these sketches with me after the class. Now, draw a vertical line, mark 2, 1, and 0.
2, 1, and 0. Yes.
Now I'm draw. Acha, can you tell me from where these 0, 1, 2 are coming? What
From
is
the
0
max 0 is the minimum value, maximum value 2.
and
Yeah,
1 is in between?
in between.
Okay, now look at this in between number. I'm drawing an axis here and I call it virtual axis. Draw this axis with me. Use a ruler.
Done.
Now look at this graph carefully. What is the function? Sin x or cos x?
Sin x.
Do you remember the basic shape of sin x?
Yes, it starts at the origin and it goes up.
Okay. Now look at this shape. This is sin x shape. So copy the sketch. Again, neat translation is needed. The shape should be smooth.
Okay.
So draw a neat sketch as you can see on the screen.
Done. Hello.
Yes. Have you
I'm
drawn it?
done. Yes.
Now, look what I have drawn. I have drawn x-axis on 0.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So now draw the x-axis. Remember, x-axis is always on 0.
Yeah. Done.
So this is now the point to see the angles. Now look at the angles.
Yes. This means there's only one cycle in
180
360.
and 360, and there is one cycle.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is how we complete the sketch. Step 1, find maximum, minimum, draw virtual axis, draw the graph, draw x-axis, mark the angle. Copy this screen as a steps. You have to remember them.
Done. Hello, sir.
Have you copied the steps?
Yes, and
Okay. So
the
these are
notes.
the steps to remember. So please revise the steps with me.
Okay. Sir, are we talking about the sketch of sine x plus 1, right?
Sorry.
We're talking about the sketch of sine x plus 1, right?
Sine x plus 1 we have drawn, na? Just like we have just drawn it. This was sine x plus 1.
Yes. You're talking about this sketch?
The same, this is the same sketch. Please look at carefully. This is sketch and this is sketch is the same. These steps are to be learned and these steps are used for all sketches. Now, look at the example number 2, sine x minus 2. Can you please repeat the steps with me? What are the steps?
Step 1, find maximum and minimum values. Step 2, draw a vertical axis that we will get from dividing maximum value by 2. Step 3 is to draw graph. And step 4 is to draw x-axis and mark angle.
Good. Y is equal to sine x minus 2. Maximum value is 1 minus 2 minus 1. Minimum value is minus 3. Sine x minus 2 is actually meaning that it is 2 unit 1. How we find in our formula, how we find the virtual axis? Maximum plus minimum upon 2. So when you translate it, it's 2 unit down. So y is equal to minus 2. It should be the virtual axis. Now look at this graph. Look at this graph. I have made the numbers minus 3, minus 2, 1, 0, and 1. I have drawn a virtual axis at minus 2. So then you draw the sketch. Later you have to draw an x-axis on 0 mark and then you have to mark the angles. Now, you have to see this one, y is equal to cos x minus 5. Can you again please repeat the steps? What are the steps to draw a sketch?
Steps are, first you have to find the maximum and minimum values, then draw the vertical axis which you will get by dividing the maximum value by 2. Then step 3 is to draw the graph. Step 4 is to draw x-axis and mark angles. Sir,
Okay.
you're recording this video. Can I have the recording afterwards?
This class?
Yeah.
No, why you have it? Why you want to have it?
I mean, I want to clear some doubts.
I can try to get it. I can try to give it, but focus on the class. You can always take the recording whenever needed, but try to give your full focus. The time you can give me, I always tell you, whatever time you get, please focus. Give me the time for past paper. I have already shared a digital file with you, the past paper file. Remember that Papa Cambridge one? So
Yes.
if you have time, please focus only on one thing, notes and past paper. That's only two things. You can save it. Otherwise, no other video, no other time consumption can help you. You had a worksheet which you had to, only one worksheet I had given you, which still you have to complete. So please focus on
I
that.
actually did that worksheet. I knew which one you're talking about. The
Hmm.
same my exam zone, and I sent you the pictures, but they're just not in the document form.
Acha, fine, perfect. Now, can you copy this question, please?
Then
Now, what are the steps? Keep the steps in your mind and start working it and copy this screen now.
Sir, I need to understand one thing. That for virtual access, you divided maximum value by 2, and the maximum value is
No,
minus
read,
4
no,
over
read the steps again, please. Read the steps again. What's the formula for virtual access? Look at the screen.
maximum plus minimum. Oh, I didn't see that. I've been saying maximum value divided by 2 for the.
Look it again.
Yes, done. Thank you. All right. Can we move up the slides, sir?
Now, copy this.
Done.
Now, the first thing to understand is the sketch position. And whenever you are making a sketch here, you remember that you have these steps. So start making the sketch yourself. And if you get any problem, you look at the screen, start making the sketch yourself. First, draw the x-axis and y-axis. First, draw the x-axis and y-axis. First, draw ideally the y-axis should be drawn first, a rough scale drawing. Look at this is called the y-axis.
Uh-huh.
Draw the y-axis. Can you tell me how should I know that I have to go 0 till -7? Why I'm not taking 0 and +1, +2 numbers in plus?
Because there is no maximum value and minimum value that
Very
is
good.
in
The values we
positive.
already have, the values we already have are actually in the negative range.
Yeah.
Draw the virtual axis.
Yes, done.
Okay, Shamash, draw the virtual axis. Then draw draw the sketch.
Yes, I've done it. Sir, I couldn't see the slide.
Then you have to draw the virtual axis and draw the sketch. What is the number on which virtual axis is drawn?
5 minus 5.
Yes. To draw virtual axis on draw the virtual axis on -5. Okay, after drawing the virtual axis, draw the graph, sin x graph.
Sir, cos x graph, right? Not sin x.
This is the cos graph, sorry.
Sir, I'm done with it.
Okay, proceed.
And then we have to draw the axis line.
Yes.
And then we have to mark the angles. Half of this graph is 180 and the other half ends by 360.
Hmm.
I'm done with this.
Now you have to mark the angles.
Yes, sir, I've done that.
Please compare the sketch, inform if it is matching.
It's matching, sir.
Very good. So please quickly respond because I thought you're updating the angles. Now, do you remember the steps? And these sketches are never a problem. We are now starting our next concept in sketching, that is reflection. Reflection is a concept in sketching where you want to flip the sketch. Reflection is a concept of basic physics, basic understanding that when you look in the mirror, when you look in the mirror, anything look in the mirror, it is called reflection. Reflection
Yes.
means a negative sign. When you are reflecting in when you are reflecting in x-axis, there should be a negative sign in the function. So in reflection, you have to look for a negative sign. So I repeat the concept. When there is a negative sign, when there is a negative sign in the function, it means it is a reflection. Can you repeat the concept? How in the paper you will know that this is a case of reflection? You will find
By
a
the negative
negative
sign.
sign. Yes, good. Now you have to copy this screen.
Done. Sir, I'm done with this.
Good. So negative sign is there.
Yes.
Now look at the shape. This is minus sign x. Look at the flip.
Yes.
Now you have to copy this sketch. Negative sign means flip the sketch. Carefully see what is the change. Normally when you draw a sine graph, it is the first loop is above x-axis and the second loop is below x-axis. Can you see the flip?
Yes, I can see the flip. It's inverse now.
This is called reflection in x-axis.
Yes. Okay. Done.
Now this is minus cos x. See carefully, minus cos x means flip the function of cos in x-axis. You have to copy this sketch again neatly.
Yes. Okay, I'll just copy this. Done, sir.
This is a case of cos minus cos x, the reflection of the function in x-axis. Now, remember one thing, whenever you're dealing with a sketch, whenever you're dealing with a sketch, there are always some steps to remember. Remember this idea that you have to find the maximum and minimum values. So whenever you are solving a question, you always should try to find maximum and minimum value, and then you can draw the sketch. Now copy this example, the function. The negative sign, whenever the negative sign is there, it means it is a case of reflection in x-axis.
Sir, the number 3 means that it's going to be 3 in amplitude.
The 3 means that it is 3 unit up.
Yeah.
And the minus sign means reflection in x-axis.
All right, done.
So now you should try to draw the sketch yourself. First you draw yourself and then you can look on the working options.
Okay. Done, sir.
Compare the sketch with the screen.
Yeah, it's very likely.
And then mark the angles.
Done with that too.
Now give a heading, combining cases. This is the final thing to understand in sketches. When you know individually what sketches mean, so then you can combine the sketches. Combining cases means examiner can give multiple things together, like amplitude, like the change in translation position, the frequency, number of cycles. Look at this question, 2 cos x plus 3. And I've shown the options here. And then you have to do the same procedure as the steps to remember. Now you have to copy this screen. This is called combined case. You can see now we have done all the cases separately, and these are called combined cases. 2 cos x plus 3.
Okay.
2 means amplitude. There is a 1 with x, 1 cycle in 360, plus 3 means 3 units up.
Okay. Then, sir, I'm done with this.
Proceed with the process steps. Maximum, minimum, virtual axis.
Done, sir.
So compare the values and then please try to build the sketch.
Done, sir.
Good. and then compare the shape. And remember that, please do remember that share your sketches with me, at least few of them, so I can check if there is any error. Examiners are always very excited, overexcited when they are checking the sketches, and they feel that sketch is something very important. So if you make little mistake in sketches, it will be a problem for the marks. Is it matching with the sketch, with the screen?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now fx is equal to 3 sine 2x minus 1. This is our next. These are past paper questions. And now you should try to solve this question. So copy this question and try to solve it yourself quickly.
Okay, sir. I'm done with the calculations, sir.
Very good. Let's compare the calculations quickly.
Yes. Similar. Done, sir.
Now compare the sketches.
Sir, the amplitude is 3. Shouldn't the height
It was 3. Just a minute. Let me check if I made a mistake. Its amplitude is 3. So the maximum value is 2 and minimum is -4. Yes, you're right. Amplitude is 3. The
so the
graph
sketch is
is
correct?
3 unit from -1. So amplitude is 3. So this is fine. The graph is fine.
Okay.
please compare the sketch and let me know if it is matching. Neatness matter here again. Remember that.
It is matching, but sir, why are we removing everything?
Oh, that actually my software is giving a problem. So I was trying to fix it. And this is something else. Now, let's do a challenging sketch and then we have going to finish the class. This is a challenging
Oh wait,
question.
can you go back to the sketch? I just want to see one. All right. Okay, we can move forward.
Now, let's try a challenging sketch.
Okay.
So quickly try this sketch.
I'm done with the process.
Sorry.
Done with the process.
Okay, did you get the maximum minimum values?
Sir, I'm done.
So can you please compare the sketch? Quickly compare and let me know if it is matching. Please reply. Is it matching? Adin, can you hear me?
Yes, hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So please reply that if the sketch is matching.
Yes, it is.
Oh, very good.
Almost similar, yeah.
So I've shared the sketches with you and the trigonometric values. The chapter has finished. For today, if you can't go and get the books, please try that book which I have shared with you, and you can start with the digital book. And if you get the books tomorrow, inshallah, then start working on it. Presently, will follow that schedule which I have posted. Thank you. Allah
All right.
Hafiz.
Thank